Thank you for listening to the Dog Trainers Podcast, a podcast created by dog trainers for dog trainers, or anyone who's ever fallen in love with man's best friend.
Tell you what, a crazy thing. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I've told a lot of our big guests, which is, and I get it, by the way. So, so don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
We've had on from Tyler Muto to Tommy Davis to Michael Ellis, Sean O'Shea. We haven't had him on yet, but we're talking to Jeff Gelman, and all of them without fail. I mean, everybody has haters, of course, but all of them are huge online presences in the world of dog training. And all of them, when we initially reached out, like they obviously were interested, but they were all like, I don't know though, because lately I've just been getting so much shit. Like, they were getting to that point where it wears you down. And I'm like, so what I'm getting at is, I'm not surprised, because there's always those YouTube dog trainers, quote unquote, like there is for everything, right? YouTube is the place of people who know everything.
Sure.
But what really amazed me was like, wow, you guys are actually getting worn down. Because obviously the response is overwhelmingly good. Look at your business, look at your reviews, look at everything else. But it is fascinating that sometimes people find that little chink in the armor and it gets to you.
It happened to me last year. And so for those of you who don't know, like my online presence is fucking huge. Like it's 500,000 on fucking TikTok. Like anywhere I go, I can get work, And it happened to me last year. I was getting attacked by an old like compulsion based trainer. And then I was getting attacked by the pure positive side. They were showing up at my house here in Austin trying to take my dogs.
What?
Whoa.
I've been through the ringer, y'all, but my 9mm deterred.
I was gonna say, I was like,
so yeah, they found the chink in my armor last year, and that's when I was going through relationship issues and personal life stuff, and everything just started to like pile on me. And this one guy was like, he's just a social media dog trainer. He never put in his time. He doesn't know my fucking backstory.
Yeah.
And then he started bullying me, and then he was like, just come talk to me. I want to mentor you. And I was like, I don't want to fucking mentor you. Like, are you fucking joking? Like,
what a silly guy.
Yeah,
Wow.
like you're bullying me the entire time. And then we have people show up at like in front of my house. I just lost my relationship, so I was like, you know what? I need to get my mental health straight. And I'm very open about this. So like, I got offline for 6 months. I was like, all right, let's see if I'm a social media dog trainer. Let's see if my business gets hit because I'm offline.
Right.
No, we were up 200% last year during COVID.
Right.
And like it could, because our word of mouth is so good. So, to everybody out there, pure positive side, why is our word of mouth so good if I'm just abusing animals all day long?
Right.
Like our word of mouth wouldn't be that good if we were abusing animals, right?
Right.
So I got back online, and everybody was just like, fuck yeah, he's back. And because of my absence, I created some kind of demand and value, because there are big names in the dog training industry. I'm a big name for dog owners. And that's the way that I've always marketed myself, is fuck the industry. I don't care about you. Like, I respect Michael Ellis. I respect all these trainers a lot, but your approval is not the fucking golden ticket to me going to sleep at night.
Right.
Like the golden ticket for me going to sleep at night is knowing that my clients and their dogs have a better relationship than before they started working with me.
Right.
That's the golden ticket. And that's what and I came back with that message. I actually toned it down, because I was way more like over the top last year.
Yeah.
I toned it down on the online presence, and the response has just been crazy. Right now, I'll venture to say that I'm the most talked about dog trainer online, just because of my TikTok explosion.
Yep. Yeah, and I said this on so you posted in anticipation of this interview, you posted something online of what I told you over Instagram, which was, you are a warrior of this industry, right? And one thing we asked you before the episode started was, okay, like, why do you choose this approach? Why are you approaching it this way? Why not be passive? Why not be political? Why not do that? And you had a really awesome answer that I think the people should hear.
So I'll go a little bit more in depth than what we talked about.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
And so, being a keen observer of behavior and the resulting and the results of a behavior, the balance side has solely relied on results, right? We have solely relied on showing people, hey, look, they said this dog needs to die. Hey, look, this dog is fucking licking peanut butter like off my hand, not biting. The dog's not resource guarding. The dog is not actually aggressive. The dog just had a coping strategy, which was non-desirable in society, right?
Right.
So here's my question to everybody. If our classy approach, which is an approach, let's say like somebody like Larry Crone takes, right? I respect Larry.
Like proof is in the pudding kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like he's one of the best of us, right? Proof is in the pudding. Why are there legislations still attempting to be passed? And last year in Hawaii, SB 866 or something like that. Why the fuck, if we have the results and that's supposed to carry us, why the fuck are these legislations still being presented? Why? Why? Because the other side is more aggressive. The other side is more aggressive. True. Why do I take this approach? Because I fight not for a methodology. I fight for fucking dogs, man. Like, because I come from both sides. I used to be a pure positive guy, and the dogs that I fucked up, I've gone back and fixed for free. I'll give you client referrals because of it, because there's only so far that counter conditioning will work. And yes, if you get a false positive in regards to leash reactivity because of counter conditioning, that's actually so somebody put, I counter conditioned my dog off of leash reactivity. But here's the thing, if you know what counter conditioning is, it's classical conditioning, pairing a stimulus with a response, right? That would mean that you would need to click and give food every time the dog looked at another dog, right?
Right.
The dog wasn't looking at the person after it looked at the dog. The dog was just on leash and having been desensitized over a long period of time. It had nothing to do with counter conditioning. And now people who listen to this are going to be like, oh, fuck, punk ass knows science. Yeah, punk ass knows science. Like, yes, punk ass knows science, and punk ass knows the way that it's supposed to fucking look because I've used it. So like, why I choose the approach? The sensational approach, because it's for people. It's not to appease the dog training industry. It's not to be like jerk my dick, like see how fucking big my dog training cock is. It's no, pay attention to me, and then people will. Here's the average response to me. Fuck that guy. But then they can't stop watching. People like they go, God, this dude's just fucking. I cannot stand him, and they hate me so bad.
You know, that is interesting.
That's the villain side,
people do
right?
love to hate watch stuff. That is true.
Yes. And then what they do is they'll flip through my TikTok, and then all of a sudden they see Moody, the pit bull that was supposed to be euthanized. Recommendation from 2 veterinarian behaviorists, 3 pure positive trainers, and a compulsive e-collar trainer, right? And then all of a sudden they see me with the dog. And they're like, what the fuck? This guy actually knows what he's doing. And then they flip through, they see a couple more troll videos, and then they see it and they go, oh my God, there's Gus. Oh my God, there's Fritz. Oh my God, there's Acer. Oh my God, there's Adonis. The list goes on and on and on. And here's the thing. They see the before and afters. And then what they do is they go, maybe there's something to this guy. And then they start to see the passion. They go, oh, this guy backs up what he fucking says. He's not just talking shit. And then people go, oh, my favorite recently has been this. I told somebody on the TikTok, I said, I verbally skull fucked you, homie. Like I said, yes. I said, I verbally skull fucked you, and I showed a result. He turned around and he was like, wow, that's talk from a potential rapist and a misogynist. Completely deflected off of what I said.
Wow.
I understand that's not the most tactful approach.
Yeah.
I'm not the most tactful human being. I'm everybody. Like I get it. And then I just shot back with, well, how do you feel that I pay 35% above the average wage that women get paid in the dog training industry? How do you feel about me trying to expose the fact that in the sports dog world, most ladies, including most ladies who train for me, can't even get into a fucking seminar without getting sent a dick pic if they're attractive. Like there's an entire culture in the dog training world that needs to be exposed, and it starts with I'll name it, Joris Jerkoff, who said the N-word. Who said the N-word? Like I exposed that too.
I saw that. Yep.
Like that can't fly. Because here's the thing, balance trainers, you have a responsibility to represent our craft with some sort of class. If you want, like, trust me, I'm handling the non-classy approach. Y'all, like, I'm doing it for you. Y'all keep classy. Classy. Don't take the approach that I take. And I just want to really tell that to people. Don't take the approach that I take. You don't have the skin for it.
Yep.
Like I had a rough life growing up. I've been through a lot of shit. My skin is thick. I can handle this. I grew up at Scrappy's in Tucson. I grew up downtown. Like I went to grill at night to smoke cigarettes and do cocaine, like when I was younger. Legitimately, I grew up in hardcore punk. I fought every day. Do not think that you can handle the fight that I handle.
Yeah, don't romanticize this. This is an authentic approach that you take.
Yes, like this isn't like a martyr complex. This is the only way I know how to be.
Yeah.
This is the only way that I know how to be.
Yeah.
So,
and that's something that I want to talk about, because we talked about this as well. It's like we all have different approaches trying to get this message across, right? It's the same. It's not identical 100%, but the idea is we're doing it for the dogs. We're trying to save dogs' lives. How are we going to save dogs' lives if we make dog training more digestible, right? And we talked about, my approach has always been more political. Like, I want to hear your side. I want to hear your side. Great. Now that you both understand me, I'm going to understand you guys. And then let me drop a little bit of what I have to offer on both of you, right? Doesn't matter. And so maybe it's because I'm a Libra, maybe it's whatever it is, but my approach has always been more diplomatic in that sense. And people like you who have the skin, who have the approach, who have the balls, who also have the science. And most importantly, if you guys have been listening, if you guys haven't picked up on how self-aware this man is, right? And he's not just doing this out of a reaction. He knows exactly, what people think, what people are saying, what they potentially could say. The 15, it's kind of like Doctor Strange in Endgames, where he's just like, there's 1,100 million, you're thinking several steps ahead of how a result could be. And he's still choosing the path, because
I'm so strategized. It's to the point, because I've studied not just behavior in Canis lupus familiaris, but overall, I've studied psychology. There was a guy who was trying to call me out. So I was like, cool, if you want to talk shit, you can't talk shit unless your dog can recall off of a distraction into a heel. Don't talk shit to me at that point.
And come and finish. Yeah.
There are a lot of dog trainers who can't do that. So he tried to replicate it. And he called his dog out of a sit stay
already focused
into a recall, and then stopped the dog with body pressure. And I knew that was going to happen, so I just was able to expose him. But the original video was just to provoke him into that type of response. So if here is the golden ticket to not getting fucked with me. Don't post stupid shit. Don't post stupid shit. I won't come for you. But if I do come for you, I always offer this: a free apprenticeship for 1 week where I'll cover your entire travel, room, and board in Austin, Texas, to come work with me and my trainers, because I'm not about to present a problem if I cannot present a solution.
Right.
So if if I call you out and it looks like I'm bullying, it has nothing to do with me bullying. It has to do with me trying to make you self-aware of your lack of actual knowledge, especially in regards to context and dog training. Now come to me for 1 week. You don't want to use e-collars? You don't want to use prongs? Fine, let's use a slip leash. We can come learn, come see what I do. That's all I want you to do. I'll pay for it.